everyone, welcome back to watching my series about celebrating you. This is part 2 of a 6 series about celebrating you and who you are. In my first series, we talked about adapting yourself to your environment, maturing and growing, but definitely never changing the essence of who you are. In part 2, we're going to talk about how do we create 5 sections of our lives where we're fully accepted just the way we are. And the first section of your life, or the first aspect of your life where you really have to be accepted 100% just the way you are, is your intimate partner. Your intimate partners cannot be in any way, shape, or form intimidated by you. They cannot be irritated by you, and they cannot mistrust you. So those are the 3 things I want to concentrate on today. Relationship is a very complex, multi-layered issue that needs to be discussed a lot deeper. But for the purpose of these sessions, we'll dive into it a little bit. And those are the 3 things I want to talk about. They shouldn't be intimidated by you, they shouldn't be irritated by you, and there shouldn't be any mistrust issues. So we talked about vivacious, loud personalities last time versus quiet personalities. So whether you're a quiet person or you're a loud person, you have to embrace that person that you are, adapt yourself to the environment, mold yourself or mature and grow as you need, but definitely don't try to change who you are. The same thing kind of when it comes to your partner. So what happens a lot of times with partners is if you're loud, you tend to go towards and gravitate towards a quieter person because that balances you out. And the other way around, if you're a quieter person, you gravitate towards a louder person because, again, that balances you out. And in many cases, it's really good. What you want to make sure that does not happen is the person that you're with is the complete opposite of who you are. They don't start getting irritated by your personality, because a quiet person has a really hard time being around a loud person all the time. And a loud person has a really hard time always being around somebody who always kind of needs to be pulled out of their shell. So you want to make sure that the partner that you chose, and if it's the opposite of who you are, you're not irritating them. And there are many couples like that will actually be the complete opposites, and they kind of add on to each other. When you're looking for a partner in life, intimate partner, or a person who you want to spend the rest of your life with, I always say I don't like the word completes me. So I like to stay away from that word, because again, there isn't anybody who should be completing you. You are complete. You are great just the way you are. Stay that way. You shouldn't look for anybody who completes you. You definitely want to find somebody who fulfills you. So completing and fulfilling are 2 different words to me. Completing, when somebody completes me, that means to me that I was missing something before. And we really shouldn't feel like we missed something. We are complete human beings. Whichever way we were created, but somebody who fulfills you kind of adds to you, adds to who you are. So that's what you really want to find in your intimate long-term partner. The next thing, it shouldn't, so in no intimidation, right? No irritation, no intimidation. A lot of times what I get from people most of the time is that I'm pretty intimidating because my personality is so strong and I'm very opinionated, and when I speak, I'm very like I sound convincing. I don't feel I am, but people say that I am, and so that intimidates a lot of people. So your partner should never be intimidated by your personality, and they should never definitely be embarrassed by it either. So when you're looking for the partner, when you're building a relationship with somebody, you want to look into these things. Am I irritating him? In fact, I have an amazing business partner. I absolutely love her. We are both very loud and vivacious, but I like to get things done a lot faster. If I have an idea, I'm like all over it. I'm jumping. I'm excited about it. I want it done. I want it done yesterday. And she is very much the same, but she doesn't want it done yesterday. She wants to sit on it for a few days and think about it and play about all the pros and cons, which is a good thing, right? That's how we balance each other out. But sometimes me kind of nagging her, and I'm texting her, and she's like, Sarah, just back off a little bit. So I had to have an honest discussion with her and ask her, do I irritate you? And she's like, no, sometimes you get to that point, and then all I have to do is say, Sarah, just back off a little bit, and you do. So with your intimate partner, it's kind of the same way. If you are starting to irritate them and they just have to tell you like, hey, we're getting to that point, you back off, we're good. That's a good partner to choose. But if it's like, we get irritated all the time, all day, every day, from the morning to night, it's not going to really grow into anything big. So no intimidation, no irritation. You shouldn't Nobody should feel like the air is sucked out of the room when you walk in. If somebody feels that way, that's probably not a person you want to be with. And the last thing is trust, right? So there shouldn't be no mistrust. Any relationship that you are building with an intimate partner, there's got to be 100% trust to each other. You shouldn't have to have your passwords shared. You shouldn't have to have access to all of their computer gadgets and all of their devices. You should be able to trust that person, and vice versa. If there is a reason you guys are not trusting each other, you really need to rethink that relationship and maybe set some boundaries, maybe set some rules. But if somebody who is digging through another person's gadgets and phones all the time is not living a fun life. We will pick up next time and we will talk about your career. How do you build your career? How do you find a career that fulfills your mission, that fulfills you? Now that we've talked about how you need to first accept who you are, then you need to find a partner who accepts who you are. The third thing I want to talk about is career. How do you find a career that fulfills your internal mission and your goals and kind of speaks to who you are? So I hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining me.